the ladder, grabbed the attention of all the Vex Gaming players, and had Shroud come in and just pick up some backstabs. Clearly something they had planned, putting Shroud, on that box. Super smart play by them, and it didn't work out in the one-on-one, but super close, super close.
So this is about to be round number 1, Vex Gaming Esports versus CompLexity. Vex did take knife round, so they got to pick CT side first, which will be your easier side on here, unless CompLexity shows up very strong. And I believe last game on Mirage last night was a 10-5 half in favor of CompLexity on T side, I believe. Either way, they did extremely well on T side, and this first pistol round will have a lot to do with it. Let's see if they can shut it down. And Vex is doing all they can, but it's going to be a B rush. It looks like we have all the players working their way into B bomb site. Mamin is already down. Sean Garrett's got the kill on him, but Fox and Red both get kills to take out Shroud and Semphis. Going to be a 4-on-3 battle now. Bomb is dropped in the B bomb site. Nothing was on the flank catwalk, and he got his way around into the site now. Sean Garrett uses the bait there to take down Red. Now it's going to be a 2 versus 3. We have Bads and Natu left alive versus Sean Garrett, Hiko, and Nothing. There goes Natu in the upper B, and it's going to be a push. Nothing is going to try and grab that kill, and he does. He gets a 2K, or excuse me, that's Sean Garrett with a 2K, Nothing with the 3K, and CompLexity wins first round.
They did a really good job of bringing that round back, and a lot of that it hinged on Nothing making that flank work and him not getting caught in mid with his pants down, and he didn't get caught. That initial flank on Fox allowed them to really take control of the site, and from there he just did what he does. He ran around, found the headshots, found the picks he needed, and an easy take for CompLexity after facing a little adversity getting in the site.
Interesting buy from Fox here. He did go with a scout. Hiko has already got a kill on Natu, though. They're going to be trying to push their way into mid, and they've already worked their way into the A bomb site. Bads was right there to take down the scout, though. Bads also gets another kill, taking Nothing out of the game. Shroud gets a teammate, quickly gets traded out by Bads, and then Semphis with the Galil takes Bads down at the end of that, so only one CT left alive. That's Red. He did pick up the scout. Let's see if he can work this scout well and get these kills here. Bads did get a 3K. There's one. Semphis goes down. Sean Garrett's still at the ramp, so it's going to be an AK and head armor versus a scout in head armor. So if Red can connect with a nice shot here, he could take this down. Oh, he just got spotted. He picks up a Galil. Here's the gunshot, and now he knows where Sean Garrett is. 1 versus 1 battle. Bomb is ticking down slowly, getting closer. Red needs to hurry this up if he wants to try and win this round. Can't make the shot. Sean Garrett's backpedaling down the ramp. Gets the AK headshot. Plus the bomb plant. CompLexity wins round 2.
That round was really unnecessarily close for CompLexity, and thank God Sean Garrett does what Sean Garrett does, especially in one-on-one situations. I kind of gave him a little bit of heat about his, his play in general, his ability to pick up frags, but when he's in a one-on-one or any kind of clutch situation, it just seems like he wins every time, and it's because he just wins a really high percentage of them. So good job, Sean Garrett. Ignore this crazy CZ shots that Bad Meets Evil hit from the balcony in A. I mean, that was really the only reason why the round was close. Even Fox with his scout couldn't make a frag happen.
And it looks like we're going to have an A strat incoming. Player at ramp with the bomb, drops the bomb, has to backpedal out as the CTs were going to be pushing him. 3 CTs did work their way up mid into the A bomb site. Basically unchecked, got up through the connector, worked their way in, got all the players alive at A from CT side. Vex Gaming down. Now we only have Mamin left alive. He's got a CZ-75 rotating out of B. 4 terrorists left. We have Semphis with a 2K right now. They all have AKs except for Nothing. He only has a Galil, and the step out there, Semphis was waiting with the AK to get the headshot, and that's 3 rounds down, all 3 for CompLexity.
That round went a lot more in the way that I had expected from CompLexity, just really playing that the shutdown offense, splitting mid super effectively. I guess Vex Gaming does have enough to buy. They are kind of stretched a little thin in terms of their supplementary nades and their nades that they're going to be able to use on their retake. They did spend, I think, a little more money during those initial pistol rounds, and I think any team should, or even that they wanted to, between the scout on Fox and the other teammates just buying pistols, pretty much consistently. They didn't really leave themselves a ton of money to work with, so they're really putting a lot on the line this round.
That's going to be Semphis with the early pick into round number 4. 2 players working their way down mid. That's Semphis and Shroud. Sean Garris works his way from underpass, so 3 in mid now. They're going to do that 3-up connector strat one more time. 1 A ramp. 1 is going to be in the apartments. Only 3 CTs alive, though. In the jungle is going to be Red. Semphis steps out. Outshoots him, gets the headshot as Nothing also got a kill. Sean Garris grabs one more, or excuse me, only one. Semphis with 2 on the round, and Mameen only CT to get a frag. He takes down Sean Garris, but CompLexity is up 4-0.
So, I mean, from what I've seen thus far out of CompLexity and Vex, it seems as though the prediction that if CompLexity can get hot fast, they'll be hard to stop is kind of coming to fruition. It seems like they are pretty much unstoppable right now. They're really dominating in purely the shooting department as they've been able to get picks everywhere they go. They've been able to enter. They have really not been stuffed in terms of getting into a site, and then just the individual play and placement of their players. Nothing seemingly always shooting players in the back of the head or the side just makes the difference for CompLexity. So Semphis with the opening pick, followed up by Nothing.
So that's going to be Semphis and Nothing. Nothing once again grabs the second. Bads is able to take Shroud down. Semphis does get himself a second one, so that's Semphis with 2, Nothing with 2, and there is Nothing going for the fake plant. And makes Mameen push him, thinking he's going to get the bomb down. Nothing gets the headshot from the spray, so that should be a 3K for Nothing that round. 2 for Semphis, and CompLexity 5-0 so far.
Yeah, looking really solid. Not only are they up 5-0, but their economy is solid across the board. I'm pretty sure no one died that last round, right? Or maybe I was wrong, but either way, they are solid across the board. Their poorest player has $4,700 in the bank after buying, so... Molly's on Sean Garris, Hiko, and Nothing. It'll be interesting to see what they plan on using those for. Maybe a Molly in window, or using the Mollies to flush out kitchen. But it seems like Cat's the way they want to go.
They have bombed down A ramp though, so this 1 Palace, 1 player A ramp, and then 3 going mid has turned into 3 players working over towards B on the fake. Hiko peeks out, gets the last remaining CT at the A bomb site out of the way, and reverse incoming here from your terrorists trying to work from Cat. They're back into the ladder room, and Mameen is right there watching. Jumps over it, is going to be Shroud. Doesn't get hit at all, and then the terrorists will successfully take the A bomb site. They're going to go for the plant here, and we're going to see Mameen and Fox both save their guns. 2 expensive guns there. That's an AWP and an auto sniper. They both have head armor and a few utility. 2 smokes between them, 2 grenades, 1 decoy. So they're just going to go for the save here. And I'm curious to find out if CompLexity is going to go hunt for those guns.
I think Shroud is definitely in a position where he can go hunt along with Nothing. Luckily, the scopes allow the Vex players to really stay as far back as possible and put their backs against the wall, not worry about getting flanked, and just do some damage from a far distance. So I think they will probably be able to get away with this. But you never know. I mean, Shroud is crazy like that. Shroud has been known to hit those 1-taps, but no, he couldn't. Mameen takes him down.
We might have another battle incoming. Fox is going to look and see Nothing. Will he go for the kill? Nothing drops in the sight. Fox is able to get the gun out of his hands. Does not matter much, though, as CompLexity has 6 unanswered rounds here. Vex does save both those rifles. And at this point, CT side 6-0. You're very, very desperate to try and get a round win right here.
Yeah, that's why saving those the scopes was so important that round. The money that they saved by staying alive instantly went to drops for their teammates, and so they are basically set up for another full buy despite the fact that they lost that last round. If they lose this round, things aren't going to be looking too great. Down 7 rounds on CT side and no money in the bank is not going to be a great look for them. CompLexity is just really looking untouchable right now. They found picks everywhere they've went.
This round, we are going to see 2 players A-ramp already worked their way up to Tetris. 2 are getting ready to come out of the Palace, and your number 7 player, that is actually Sean Garris. He's going to be over there on the lurk at upper B. No, he's going to drop back and go into T-spawn, it looks like. He's going for it, but we have nothing in the sight. He's got himself a 2K before he gets traded out by Fox. Red right there in jungle. Can he kill Semphis? Not fast enough. Semphis gets the frag. It's going to be a 3 versus 2 now. We have both of those saved guns in. Oh my goodness.
He needed that one.
Yes, working their way towards A. Mameen gets one with the auto sniper before he gets traded out by Hiko. Now Fox by himself battling against Sean Garris and Hiko. Nothing dead with the 2K on the round. Fox, if he can get an op, no. Bounding backwards is going to be Sean Garris making his way back into the Palace. And Fox will get the frag on Hiko. And is he going to go for this? He's going to go for it with his back turned towards the Palace. Not going to be able to get that off. Sean Garris gets the AK headshot from the balcony. And that will be 7 unanswered rounds for CompLexity.
With another one-on-one by Sean Garris, really, if that eco round initially, or I guess it would be a pistol round, didn't go their way and Sean Garris didn't lock that one-on-one up, or if he didn't lock up this one-on-one, then Vex Gaming would or could realistically still be in this game. It's really they haven't been able to step up when it's come down to it in those super clutch situations. And if CompLexity can take control of a map or an area with a good percentage of their players alive, then Vex Gaming really has had really no success at killing them or getting the most out of the trade frags. Another round where CompLexity didn't even lose a guy, even though it was an eco for Vex Gaming.
Yes, Vex Gaming on the eco there. CompLexity was able to split up, do a little bit of a slow anti-eco workaround. They had players spread all throughout the map. They ended up getting a bunch of frags there to shut that round down. The initial one was a nade into window that took Red out of the way, allowed them to get up through mid, and eventually get the rest of the frags. But this is going to be round 9 incoming now, and CompLexity looks like they're going 3 players into the B apartments, 4 players into the B apartments. Looks like 2 of them, possibly, no, only 1 right now, dropping into the underpass. Your lurk player is going to be Hiko. He's over there at the Palace. 1 drops into underpass, though. That's your number 7, and that is going to be Sean Garris. So they're going to try and work around, but they will be setting up for a B take here. And, ooh, look at this Sean Garris. That flash, if he looks back towards Catwalk right now, he might get the player. No, the player on Catwalk moves back away from him, and he stays lurking towards the B bomb site, knowing that upper B is stacked with at least a few terrorists, judging by that gunfire. Mameen goes down in the back of the site from Semphis on the peak. Semphis also gets the kill on Red, and that is going to be them into the B bomb site. And here comes the lurk. They know Hiko's up there. Oh, but Hiko gets the shot on Natu, trying to backpedal into the jungle. Fox goes down to Semphis. That's a big 3K already for Semphis. Now Bads, last one left alive. He did get 1 frag, and he's going to try and escape out through, or out from jungle into the middle of the A bomb site. He's just going to kind of wait now. He knows these terrorists are directly on his heels. Almost line up for him to get the double headshot. Not able to do it in CompLexity. 9-0 so far.
I mean, with a round like that and just an absolute dominant display from Semphis, I think picking up a 3 or 4K there with near robotic headshots he just hit. I can't even blame Vex Gaming for losing, this badly, going down 9-0 in the start of this game. I mean, there's really only one other team in North America that can stop CompLexity or even put a dent in CompLexity's play when they're playing as lights out as they are right now, and that's iBuyPower. But mixing it up a little bit and pushing mid, Red picking up 2 frags in middle.
Round number 10, Red already with those 2 frags, as later said, but he's down to 3 HP though. No head armor, not going to help him here against the AKs, but it will help him a little bit against the pistols, and nothing goes through the flash and collects 2 of those kills. Fox with the snap headshot right there. Red trades him out, and now it's going to be a 2-on-2 here. 1 is already close. He's going to try and get up on the toll booth. Can he make it happen? Shroud with a nice shot from the back of the A bomb site to take Red out of the game. He does have the bomb. He's going to go for the safe plant in front of the triple stack, and oh, he's gonna wrap around towards jungle. Mameen is right there. They have heard each other, at least Shroud thinks Mameen's coming that way. Mameen definitely knows Shroud is there, and Mameen was a little too quick for that, so it's gonna be a 1-on-1 now. A lit up Mameen versus Hiko. Hiko wins the battle. That's gonna be a 2K for nothing, a 2K for Shroud, and Red with the big 3K for his team, but 10-0 CompLexity.
I find it difficult to even come up with a game plan for Vex Gaming on how they can even reverse this. It seems like they're just being bullied around by just raw talent. CompLexity is just going out to wherever they want, seemingly, in a group or solo that they don't particularly care, and just finding frags, finding headshots with ease, and the Vex Gaming players have just been unable to even get the trade frags. I liked what Red did last round by mixing it up, pushing mid a little bit, and this round Natsu's pushing the ramp, but will get caught out by Hiko. Oh, he does get the kill, so that's a little exciting, but no, still CompLexity dominating with the picks.
So only 2 CTs left alive. Round 11, Vex Gaming is still trying to get their first round on CT side, CompLexity is on an absolute roll right now. Natu is just going to try and escape out of there and get away, and it looks like his teammate Mameen. Oh, Mameen is getting a little aggressive here. He's going to be trying to work his way up with the FAMAS. Shroud's right there, gets the kill on Shroud. He's going to drop back. Now it's going to be a 2 versus 3. We know for sure Natu is saving his rifle as he's down to 4 HP. And Semphis is on the hunt. Oh, he's going to catch Mameen right now. Mameen's not looking for him. Pulls out his knife. Can Semphis get the kill? Gets the Deagle headshot to take him out. And this will be an 11th round for CompLexity. The big question is Natu going to be able to live here? And he's getting pushed. Semphis going for it. He looks away. Semphis can't collect another kill with that pistol, but a 2K for Shroud. And he does get killed at the end of it as Nothing and his teammate flank from behind, so Natu doesn't even get to save the rifle, and that's going to be 11 unanswered rounds on T-side Mirage for CompLexity.
I mean, CompLexity just looks lights out at this point. I mean, the pain train just seemingly has no brakes. Everywhere they go, they found success, whether it's just working picks at A, or splitting mid, or rushing B, or even rushing A. It really, Vex Gaming hasn't had an answer for them. I think smoking off the A ramp of A is a good start for them, and right now Vex has gained some traction with 2 picks early on.
Oh, but that nade evens things out, brings it back to a 3-on-3 in round 12. There's Fox. Can he get the kill? No. Takes Sean Garris down to, I believe that was 7 HP, and Mameen is left on the old E-Box. Hiko gets the AK headshot on him, so now only Red left alive, trying to work up through the connector. Sean Garris gets the kill there, so that's a 2K for Sean Garris, a 2K for Hiko, and we are getting close here. When do we talk about the perfect game?
I think we talk about it on the 15th round so we don't jinx it. Or we can talk about it right now. I mean, that's like, 2 or 3 rounds in a row where Vex Gaming had no problem finding 1 or 2 opening picks. And even with, bringing it down to an almost immediate, 5 or 4-on-3, they've still just been outshot and outplayed by their, remaining CompLexity players. The CompLexity players are just on fire. I mean, I don't know if there is a way to beat this team other than be just as good.
So far, we've seen Red and Naju both get frags here. They've taken some of the CompLexity players down. Shroud's down to 16 HP. Hiko down to 58. They're trying to work the A-bomb site. Here comes the flank from Fox, though. It's going to be... Oh, Mameen in the site, still lurking right there. He's able to take down Nothing, and the flank is still coming. There goes Hiko. Mameen gets him, and pushing with a pistol is going to be Mameen to eventually take down Shroud behind the firebox. And that will be the first round Vex Gaming has gotten so far. Score is still 12-1, though.
Yes, and yeah, just by mentioning the perfect game, not even saying 16-0, you jinxed it. I think you thought about it too hard because, yeah, missed just very close to the 16-0 for CompLexity. I've never casted a 16-0. That would have been exciting to see. But for Vex, or, the plus side for Vex Gaming is that they don't have to be on the receiving end of a 16-0. I mean, that round was really the first one that went their way in terms of the late play on the round. Getting picks has not been a problem for them. It's getting the picks and surviving long enough and not taking so much damage so that way they can survive in the post-plant situation, which they just haven't been able to do. So glad they found it that one round. I don't think CompLexity is going to be slowing down, but with the TK that they just picked up, I think they're just, trying to handicap themselves, make it a little more difficult.
This is round 14, though. Only one more round and a half left after this, and CompLexity has worked their way. 2 players in the A-bomb site, and they just picked up 2 big frags in the A-bomb site. 3 big frags. That's going to be Shroud, and all Shroud so far. He's got 3. Semphis has 1. He just takes a little bit of damage right there. Bad's last one left alive. He is going to be in the CT spawn, battling against all 3 CompLexity players. Excuse me, only 2. The number 7 of Sean Garris has been in T-spawn this entire time, and Semphis gets the final kill. 2K for him, but the 3K for Shroud was big. Score is 13-1 in favor of CompLexity.
When Vex was getting, for lack of a better term, just rolled there, the benefit to that was that they were making a ton of money. They were winning all that bonus money, but because they won that kind of, I would say a limp round, and then proceeded to once again lose to the dominant CompLexity, their economy is pretty broken now. So not only are they at a massive round disadvantage, but they're also at a massive firepower disadvantage. So I think if they had any hope of making the comeback happen, which they really didn't, they have even less of a hope now.
Nothing, pushing his way through mid into the connector. Gets taken out from the side by Fox. So Semphis and Nothing both out of this round. Last round of the half right here. Fox tries to work against Sean Garris. Sean Garris does get the kill, though, in jungle. Now it's going to be a 3-on-3. Sean Garris with the 2K in the round. We have Bads, Nacho, and Mamin versus Shroud, Sean Garris, and Hiko. And so this 3v3 is continuing. Bomb is still over there. I believe, is that Shroud that has it? Yeah, Shroud still has it. He's on the catwalk, works his way out of ladder. Mamin with a big 2K takes down Shroud and Sean Garris to only have Hiko left alive. This is a winnable 1 versus 3. He does have an op in his hands. Let's see if he can make something happen here. Last round's got to go for it. No point to save. Makes noise on the ladder. Sees if he can get a push. No one's really going to push him. They have the bomb down. One player is going to be at the bench. Is that Nacho? Yes, that's Nacho at the bench. Hiko hasn't looked yet. He hears the shots. Grabs the bomb, though, and picks up an AK. So let's see if he can work his way off catwalk. No, time is down low. He's got to commit to be here in this 1 versus 3. Throws the molly over towards bench. Nacho has already moved, and the molly completely missed. Nacho is able to take him down, and that half will end 13-2 in favor of CompLexity on T-side Mirage.
Yeah, you were not wrong about that. You're absolutely correct in that that is a rough scoreline for Vex Gaming. I mean, hopefully, I know they practice very thoroughly. Hopefully, they have the T side strats, or at the very least a pistol round strat that can, kind of vault them back into the game. I like how they handled that 3-on-1 against Hiko. I mean, obviously you're supposed to win pretty much 100% of 3-on-1s, but they were very patient with the play. They knew they had the bomb down. They pretty much knew they had him trapped. So no one was making any, egregious overextensions. Even now, too, knowing he got spotted out, moved at the right time and was able to put himself in a position to pick up the last frag. So I like what they did that last round. I like what they do in the beginning of most rounds. It's just that the skill and just raw power of CompLexity has been too much for them pretty much after the 130 mark of every round.
Round number 1 of second half is about to start here. CompLexity with a commanding lead, switching over to CT side, and we're going to see 3 of the terrorists over by A. 2 are still kind of far back. Looks like Natu's trying to sell it like he was trying to be the guy trying to sell the fake here. And is it working on CompLexity? We have 1 player rotating into jungle, 2 players still at A. Here comes the other 2 players at upper B throwing flashes and smokes, and the fake was sold very, very well. Look at that. All players have rotated out of A. Now, if Vex makes the push, they should be able to get their way in. They have to go now. Still waiting.
Ooh, I think they took a little bit too long.
The fake was completely burnt right there. They burnt themselves on that one. If they would have rushed initially, although they couldn't have known that all the CTs had rotated that fast, they could have had that round. That's going to be a 3K for Semphis, 1 kill for Nothing, 1 for Shroud. Red, the only player on Vex to get a kill. Score will be 14-2.
Pretty sure and pretty confident that CompLexity is just going to use that to vault their way to a win. They're buying up for the kill immediately, and Vex really has no choice but to save for last. I mean, yeah, they really don't have any other choice. And that round, they gave CompLexity a lot of respect with how long they waited on the fake. And had they gone earlier, maybe gotten a little more greedy with it, I think they could have had that fake and made the fake happen. But a little too much respect for CompLexity because CompLexity got faked out pretty badly there.
They bid on it extremely hard. That was sold very, very well there. The 1 player over at the A ramp throwing some stuff, peeks out, makes you think it's a fake. Then they throw flashes and smokes over at B. That was sold very well, and it worked on CompLexity. But CompLexity does lock that round down with the gun advantage. Sean Garris with a 2K has the auto shotgun. The score will be 15-2, and CompLexity is definitely poised to win this game. Buyout incoming from Vex Gaming.
Yes, Vex Gaming don't really have a choice but to buy. It's last round. They have to make a statement now. But really, I mean, this is going to be a tough one for them to pull off. Sean Garris actually swaps out the auto shotgun, the first best gun in the game, for the second best gun in the game, the auto sniper. So really loves just holding down mouse 1. He doesn't like to worry about aiming.
Not worried about the aim right now. Round 18, and CompLexity is looking to try and take this. Sean Garris does use the auto sniper well. Gets 1 kill, goes for a second. Is he able to take Red down? Yes, he does. 2K going for the 3. He gets traded out by Nacho, though. Then Semphis trades him out. also killing his own teammate, nothing, and now we only have one terrorist left alive. That's going to be Mameen. Bomb is down, T-spawn. It's 1 versus 3 here. He doesn't even have the bomb. Gets Semphis, though, takes him off the board, so now it's a 1 versus 2, and both CTs are going to rotate over towards A. They don't know that he doesn't have the bomb, so they should sell this back into 1A, 1B, and they haven't gone for it yet, and now they're both rotating towards B.
If I were Mameen, I would pick up that bomb and kind of hop my way right back to A, do a little bit of a double fake, mess with Complexity's head a little bit, but Complexity is going to be very thorough with how they're playing this. They have Shroud right in mid, so he's the quick rotate to B, and they have Hiko deep in CT spawn, so he's a pretty quick rotate to B if he needs to be, and he's also in a good position in the event that Mameen would do that double fake that I talked about. So
he's fine though.
Yeah, Shroud actually fell back into A, so it looks like they're just going to look to play this one together. That's also another smart idea. If you split up on the bomb sites just to cover both of them, you're forcing 2 one-on-ones. If you stick together in one bomb site and just gamble wrong, now you know you're going to have the gun and the man advantage going into the retake.
Let's see how Mameen plays this. Goes for Hiko. Jumping out the window is going to be Shroud, and Shroud does get the M4 headshot in the 2 versus 1 retake. Complexity versus Vex Gaming. That will be Complexity taking the game home 16-2 with